Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Piper Academy. We got a lot of information to go through today. $112,000 Bitcoin this year. That is what somebody is selling us. We're going to take a look at that. Also, inflation data came out this morning. We're seeing a pullback on the markets. How far is it going to go down? We're going to be finding that support and looking at that. Plus, we got a special guest on today. We got AlexO Crypto filling in today for TradeFly. TradeFly is still locked up for streaking during the Super Bowl. So we're going to be looking at that. So guys, if you are new here and you just found your way here to Piper Academy, it doesn't matter if you're young and you've never ever messed with Bitcoin before, you're in the right place. Or even if you're just an old boomer and you just want to know what to do with this Bitcoin, it's okay. You guys have found the right place. This is the Piper Academy, guys. Let's get it. Class is in session. Guys, welcome to Piper Academy. This is a show where we bring you the news, the markets, the charts, and everything you need to know to get knowledge, because knowledge is profit. We come at you every single Monday through Friday at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I appreciate you guys being here. If you're new here and you've never ever seen the show before, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down there and hit that notification bell. Get notified every time we go live. And if you get anything out of the content today, smash the like. Sharing is caring. We appreciate you all. Guys, without any further ado, I got a great show lined up today, and we got a special guest in here, the house today. So let's go ahead and bring them all up. It is AlexO Crypto in the house.
What's
let's
going
get
on,
it.
man?
How you doing, man?
I'm doing great, man. Good to see you guys.
Awesome.
Thanks for having me on, man. I love that baby face you had this morning. That's hilarious, man.
That was
good.
That was my normal face,
and
man.
then
That's
he
my
turned
normal
into
face.
Gandalf all of a sudden. I don't know what's going on, man. You're a magician.
He might just shaved or something.
That's what it is. I shave. When I shave, I look that young, man.
Oh, man.
So, yeah, we were talking this morning, for those that are watching right now, that this is NAFTA. This is the North American Free Trade Association here. We are all content creators representing United States, Canada, and Mexico over here to my left there. You're right. So, yeah, we have NAFTA on stage today doing charting. So if you guys are appreciating all of this, let us know in the chat. But AlexO, we're going to get into this news today, man. We're seeing some pullbacks. You were just watching this morning. I was like, look, as long as we stay in these ranges here and hit this proper support and hold it, we're going to be okay. And I'm looking at the crypto bubbles. Let's go ahead and jump into the news. Looking here at the news today, guys, this is the daily bubbles. Still looking pretty good. But if you look at the hourly, it is bloody. It is bad on the hourly. And why did it do this? Well, it's all because of that nasty inflation data coming out. Came in a little bit hotter than expected on some spots neutral, but they were expecting it to be better. So still hotter than expected, right? But right now on the daily, still looking green. Let's go down here and take a look at the hourly. You can see a lot of the daily still sitting there, but Bitcoin has given back 1.5% of its gains from yesterday. So still looking green. No reason to panic yet. But if you were looking for those chances to get into some of the stuff that you feel you may have missed out on the crypto side, or maybe even those stocks, I am expecting that you will get that pullback chance today. I'm glad I saved some dry powder, but I need the rest of that money to clear into Robinhood so that I can pick up the rest of my stocks. So I do have dry powder over there, but not enough in my opinion. Let's get over here, check out the liquidations, guys. Can I get a refresh on that? Thank you very much. Looking at the liquidations in the past 24 hours, it's going to say undefined. 0. That is so weird. It's so many liquidations, it won't pull up the data right now. That's what happened there. Let's try it one more time. Come on, Coin Glass. You can do it. Yeah, it's not going to show it. There you go. We're going to go off of this. Oh, there it goes. Past 24 hours, 68,296 traders will liquidate. Total liquidations coming in at $229.8 million. Largest single liquidation was on Binance. It was Ethereum versus USDT, coming in at about $4.7 million. So if you got $4.7 million to throw on a liquidation trade, go for it. More power to you. I want that kind of money someday too. That's better than FU money. That's F-it money. So let's take a look here. This is the data. This is what happened right here, guys. This is the core inflation rate month over month that came in, and it came in at 0.4%. It was at 0.3%. The consensus and forecast was going to be 0.3%. Actually came in 0.1% higher than for the month over month. And for those that don't know what core inflation rate is, core inflation is the month over month averaged 3%. It's reaching an all time high. So this is going to be the things that are not included in your day to day goods. So it does not include food and energy. It's everything else. So that is what happened there with that. We got that core inflation rate came in. Inflation rate year over year, same thing. This is core inflation, came in at 3.9%. Now, while that's neutral, you have to look at what the investors, what Wall Street was looking at. And they were looking at, hey, this is going to be down 0.2%. It's bullish. Came in the same, and that means no improvement. So there's your year over year, and that an inflation rate without this is the overall came in at 0.3, which is 0.1% higher. But inflation rate year over year came in 0.3% below the previous report, but it was still above that consensus. That I would have loved to have seen that 2.9% year over year inflation rate. That would have been super bullish for us, but we didn't get that. We did not get bullish numbers. Matter of fact, Kabisi Letter broke it down for us over here. He said CPI inflation rate falls to 3.1%, above the expectation of 2.9. Core CPI inflation was unchanged at 3.9%, above the expectation of 3.7. This is the 34th consecutive month with inflation above 3% in the first jump since September. Can the Fed really pivot now? So interesting stuff there. If we take a look over here, let's check the CME and see how that's looking here. We're looking at a 6.5% chance of easing, so probably not seeing that in March. Let's check out May and see what May looks like. It's got to be May. May is 38.7% chance of easing there going on. Still not seeing any rate hikes, which is good. 78.4% chance in June, and then July is still under 100. As I showed you guys yesterday, this is 93.6 here in July. September is still not at 100. I don't think we see 100% until December. I'm not even seeing that now. Guys, 100% is off the table now on this data anytime this year in 2024. So high likelihood, 99.8% chance, I'll take it. But we were showing 100% chances as early as July, not too long ago. And those are just all gone. That would be that inflation data that just came out. So real fast, let's jump over here and check out the earnings for today, guys. We're looking at Airbnb, Shopify, Coca-Cola, Lyft is in here, Marriott, some hotels, some MGM Resort. Shout out to Vegas. I'm going there in April. Let's go. Moody's has got theirs coming in today, Instacart. So a lot of these ads that you actually saw from the Super Bowl looks like having earnings today. Nothing major on there, but all big companies. And, you know, that volatility can play out and roll over. So Bitcoin hits a 2-year high above $50,000 as ETFs. This is crazy right here. ETFs soaked up $1 billion in Bitcoin last week. Guys, wow. So if you're looking at these numbers dropping right now and you're thinking about selling, BlackRock said, go ahead, make my bag. That's what happened there. So let's take a look at this. Orange coin, evidently this is the new Trump coin, Bitcoin is, crossed a milestone for the first time since December 2021 as new vehicles went into accumulation mode. Bitcoin gave crypto bros an adrenaline rush on Monday as it rallied above $50,000. Shout out to the crypto bros. And then it's the highest it had been since December 2021 and its 7th straight day of green candlesticks. So we kind of needed a little pullback, in my opinion. What do you guys think in the chat? Let me know. And then we'll get over and do a little discussion here in a second too. We got a super chat in here. I'm just being told by my assistant over here. Who is it? Let me check here. It's going to be 3 Diglets. He said, Bitcoin MFer, do you own it? In Samuel L. Jackson voice. So shout out to you, man. $10 super chat. We appreciate you. 3 digits there, Diglets. And then we also got one from AlexO Crypto. Did AlexO Crypto give a super chat here? Let me find this. He did. And $10 Canadian money. Dollars. Yes, it says $5K for my great friends. It's an honor to be on your show. Yes, what he's talking about, if you don't know. We hit 5,000 subscribers. So AlexO, I'm on your show.
Subs,
You're on
man.
my show right now. I'm on your show. You're on my show right here. Piper Academy's yours, man. Go. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. But you're on here, man. You're on here with us. And I appreciate everyone that's watching right now. So, yes. Do you own it? I do own it. I own half as much as I previously had, but I do own it. And we're going to look at what happened with the stuff that I bought here in a minute. So let's jump back over and finish this news out. And then we'll get into some TA because we got 3 amazing analysts on here right now. Well, 2 and 1 subpar. I'll take that. I'll take that lump. Let's take a look here and see what happened here. The ETF go, guys, driving the bullish narrative. Pack of big Wall Street players scrambled up and scooped up $1.1 billion in Bitcoin in 1 week, guys. So this is what's happening. While these numbers are going up and down, you've got smart money accumulating this stuff left and right. Bitcoin mining stocks surged double digits. So yesterday, way up more on my Bitcoin mining than I was on my Bitcoin. And it was looking great. I'm pretty sure today, though, as well, I take the punches to the ribs. So, but it's all a long game. It's a long game, guys. Bitcoin mining stocks surge double digits. Gains highlight rapid growth in digital currency sector. So, publicly traded mining companies see a major uptick. Publicly listed firms linked to the digital currency sector of such as Coin, MicroStrategies, and then of course Marathon, Riot. CleanSpark, TerraWolf, a lot of the ones that I bought, BitF, seeing absolutely crushing numbers yesterday, 15, 14, 16% run up yesterday. Matter of fact, I dropped in the on X yesterday from when I gave a call out about CleanSpark live on the air last week that had you bought it on the breakout that I said was coming, it would have been a 96% gains on CleanSpark.
Sheesh.
So yeah, it was last Tuesday, I believe, was when I did that on the air. And I said, we're breaking through here on this trend line. It's looking like it's going to the upside. We'll show it here in a second. $1 trillion investment giant Frank Templeton has entered the spot Ethereum ETF race, filing a new SEC filing here. We're not going to go too much into this, but just another major player here wanting to get in on some ETH spot ETF. So, shout out if you're an ETH person. And then here's today's headline article. Let's talk about this right after here in the trio setup. Bitcoin ETS flows could propel Bitcoin prices to $112,000 this year, according to CryptoQuant. So spot Bitcoin ETFs have amassed more than 192,000 Bitcoin in holdings as of Friday since their launch nearly a month ago. And it says Bitcoin prices could top out at $112,000 if the current buying pressure from ETFs continues. Worst case scenario is at least $55,000, which is still nearly a 15% rise from the current levels. So Bitcoin prices could touch $112,000 this year if this continues. CEO Ki-Young Ju said on X, the worst case, 55K, as we already talked about. And he said that the targets were made based on the effective inflows on Bitcoin's market capitalization and a metric ratio that is historically indicated if prices were overvalued or undervalued. Sorry, that's what that word just got stuck in my head there. Even with GBTC's outflows, a $76 billion rise would elevate the capital, realized capital from $451 billion to $527 to $565 billion. So let's jump over here and talk about this, guys. $112,000 Bitcoin. We're sitting here, we're 50K, we're all hyped yesterday. Yesterday, everybody probably would have said, yeah, that's a 1X from now. Let's go, 112K. Now we're seeing that inflation's still not under control. We still don't have this thing mastered. Jerome Powell has still got to go and move chess pieces around in this 4D chess that he's playing with the economy right now. What do you guys think? What say thee on this day? Do we see $112,000 Bitcoin this year? I'm going to go to the North American, the NAFTA panel here, and we'll get this input here. AlexO, what do you think?
So I was asking this actually yesterday. It's funny you asked this, but I asked when I was live whether we would hit 100,000 by the end of the year before like that 2025 kind of cycle top. And And a lot of people are on favor with that. I mean, it's a 2x from here, and then 112. Let's add another 12,000. What's that for Bitcoin? I mean, we just moved from 47 to 50,000 within a day, right? So, I mean, could we wick up there? Absolutely. I think anything's possible, and I think also with the adoption now, it's a totally different game, right? Just looking at how much Bitcoin is being sold every single day, and the supply getting smaller come, late April, we're going to be in for some big movements, I think. And this de-dollarization is a big narrative as well. So it's going to be interesting, but I do think, 100,000, 120,000, maybe end of the year. Let's see.
Yeah, absolutely. And shout out to Louis B. Gave us a super chat. Said, hey, can we get some QNT and some HBAR today? So, yeah, we're going to get into that. If one of you guys want to pull up one of those and one pull up the other, we'll have them ready to go as soon as I get out of
I've done QNT.
You got QNT?
Oh,
all right. OC, you got HBAR. I'll lead in with Bitcoin and we'll get right into those. But yeah. OC, what's your thoughts on the $112,000 Bitcoin this year? What do you think?
Well, I do remember a video when we made it, and I said that $500,000 to $1 million Bitcoin. So there is a long way to go there. So I think we better start moving and fast, so I don't get getting ridiculed there. But yeah, I mean, complete honesty. Let me say that we were talking about this 2 days ago, if I'm not mistaken, or 1 day ago. I don't quite remember. I was saying that maybe not, but now that we're seeing this kind of movements, my hopes are getting much more higher. As you guys mentioned, and as AlexO mentioned, it is not too far away at all. We almost basically have done everything. I'm still waiting for a pullback. All right. But me waiting for that pullback doesn't mean that it's going to happen. But nonetheless, I am prepared. So I do have a couple of open orders at the bottom, what I do believe that we're going to be hitting. And then I keep riding the wave as it keeps improving. So 100K by the end of the year, totally possible, hopefully. But I'm still cautious though. I'm still cautious.
Yeah, absolutely. Shout out to Alexander G. She dropped a chat in here with AlexO's links there. He is in the partners of the channel partners section of the description down below. But yeah, shout out to Alexander G. dropping that. If you guys do not follow AlexO Crypto, make sure you do so. You are welcome, bro. And then shout out to Lunar Beaches Crypto here in the chat. He said, what did he say? He said, smash the likes. The important thing, smash the likes. So, yeah, and then we also had a question from French Toaster. He asked, where's TradeFly? So I joked around and said he's still in jail from streaking on the field at the Super Bowl. But in all reality, I had to replace him with AlexO because I did not have the views yesterday I normally have. And I think it's because I didn't have my pretty boy TradeFly on. So I brought his twin on today. TradeFly is actually working. Yeah, put on the hat. Do the hat, bro. TradeFly is actually working today. He had early mission yesterday and today. He'll be back tomorrow, though, guys. Let's go ahead and jump in. I want to do one other thing over here that I have on the news update for community, and then we will get over and talk about that Bitcoin chart, and then into Quant and into HBAR. Guys, so first off, we were giving away this. This is our monthly giveaway here for Piper Academy. So we'll be hosting a members only giveaway for 1 month's access to Chart Prime, the best on the market. You'll get a full month of Chart Prime, and then you can check it out, see what you think. Get about 30 classes with OC guy over there, live classes, and then see what you think of it. It's a free giveaway here. So 30 hours of education and all the Chart Prime indicators. So that's going to be a members only. If you haven't joined yet, you can still get in down below. But check this one out. We did this on February 11th and said, when we get to 5K subscribers, we're going to give away 50 Cardano to one lucky winner. So it says, follow this account, which is Piper Academy, like the post, repost this post, and then join the Discord. This is for free members, free Discord members. You don't have to be a YouTube member to get this. So this is absolutely open to everybody at 5K. And we hit it. We hit 5,000 subs. So shout out to the alumni. Incredible. Everyone's a winner today. Here's the big question before I get into Bitcoin is going to be this, guys. What do you think that Bitcoin hits $112,000 before the alumni take Piper Academy to 10,000 subs?
No chance. No chance. So you guys gonna crush that.
ZTS, what you got over there for me? You looked around.
You guys gonna crush it, man. You guys are doing so good.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're right. He said, I did not say that's my alumni. I got to give the shout out to the alumni with my bumper.
Yeah,
That's
that's my
it, man.
alumni. You know what I mean?
There you go. That's my alumni. You know what I mean? Let's get into the chart here, guys. There we go. Army Piper.
That's the one. man.
Lethal on trades. I think I've heard that in a rap song somewhere. Guys, look here. We did get that retracement on Bitcoin. We were sitting up here breaking above that $50,000. Got a lot of resistance on that delta median line of the predictive ranges. Tell you guys all the time, we trade in between there, right? We came down and wicked perfectly to the 618 here on the golden pocket. We did get that twist in the ribbon there, a little flip of the ribbon. Momentum dot coming out of that bearish zone, and the RSI cooling off, wicking down to that 70%. I am watching for this on the 4-hour chart. I want to see if Bitcoin does lose this 618 and comes down. We should have the trend assistant coming in right in line in the bottom trade band there of the predictive ranges from Chart Prime's Market Dynamics Pro. If this confluence lines up for support and we bounce on that, I am super bullish still because it puts us right in line with all this price action here, this former resistance that is now historical levels there for us, and then the bottom of the trade band plus trend assistant. It happens a lot. So this is going to be my bullish, my bullish sentiment maintainer here, if you will. It will help me maintain my bullish stance. If we break that though, I'm watching for the dynamic reactor coming in at this lower trade band, which would be about $45,000 Bitcoin. Not horrible. And the reason why I say it's not horrible, guys, sometimes you just got to pull this chart up. And I got a video coming out on how to build this yourself. Sometimes you just got to pull it up and go, all right, we tested the golden pocket. We're still in here on the platinum pocket. That is going to be my 786 right there at 48,000, and that's where we are currently at. Even if this came all the way down to the golden pocket here on the 0.66 at $40,000, it would still be in long-term bullish structure of the phase 3. We always come back and test that before we bounce up. So, hey, shout out to Mr. J. Guys, we just got a gifted five Piper Academy memberships Mr. J did, and being picked up there by Heart, by Post, by Mr. Z, by IC Profits, and by Frank Fit for Life Crypto. There you go. All together there. It's hard to read. Hey, so shout out. Welcome to all the new members, and shout out to Mr. J. I'm humbled by your generosity, brother, and love having you in here in the alumni. Shout out to all my magna cum and my summa cum laude, by the way. Bedredden, Mr. J, Eric Wallen, and my newest one, which Jesus, I can't even get it in my head right now. I've got so much going through my head right now. I apologize. But you're in the credits. You're in the credits in the video, I promise. All right, let's get it over here, guys. Let's go into the charts. That was Bitcoin. AlexO, what you got for us, bro?
All right, let's take a look at Quant, my friend. So with Quant, we can see we're in this downtrend, and we were actually, as a community, looking for a breakout here of Quant, and we kind of got teased because we always look for things that have moved. Okay, so for me, I saw this massive move. Okay, so we expect Quant to kind of push back, right? Since it had that big bullish narrative from earlier. So you can see the breakout, the retest of the low. So we did get this kind of fake out here on the daily. I think they asked for the daily to look at that. So we can see that we broke out here, we retested, then we broke out. And, you know, we know OC loves a retest, but we're getting like a very aggressive retest right now as we speak. So if we jump into like the 12-hour, what I would like to see here on Quant is I would like to see it to get back above this line right here, which is around 104, let's call it. So 104 is going to be crucial. And then you have crucial support down here also on Quant as well. So you're looking for a possible buy here down at that psychological $100 level. But for now, quant has broken out of this, but you can see like it's very clear that we did break out of here, but we're not making higher highs here. We're not putting in that higher high. So we really want to see a change in structure where we start to put in higher highs and start to break some of this resistance and eventually get above this level here right around 107. Okay, and that's going to be crucial for quant to continue. However, you do have a lot of bottoming signals here where it looks to be exhausted. You got a lot of wicks and stuff like that. So for me right now, it's patience is the name of the game. We know Bitcoin's going to lead the way right now, but we do expect that rotation into altcoins, right? And Quant, I do believe, has a good narrative behind it. So there's a lot of utility. It's got good tokenomics. So for me, right now with Quant, we can see that we are getting this dump, as we can see, and we didn't get that high, which is concerning to me. So we did not take out this high here. With this pump from yesterday. So right now we look for some sort of bottoming structure down here where we can look for some sort of bullish divergence and a continuation upwards. So that's what I'd be looking for quant right now. Make sure you got those key levels and make sure you're ready to trade. Maybe set an alert down here around this 100 level and look for that swing failure pattern to the upside.
What is Market Cipher telling you? Are we getting any waves down there?
So right now Market Cipher is suggesting we're cooling off here on the 4 hour. On the daily, however, I was looking at this as well, is that the money flow remains in the red. So this was very different. On Bitcoin, we had the money flow coming out and then it bounced. We haven't had that bounce here. So this suggests more downside, right? As money flow is thick, what you can look for is money for some sort of bullish divergence coming up here. You want to see momentum waves getting higher, and you really want to see the VWAP here hold on the daily for a bounce. So that's what I'd be looking on Market Cipher. But right now, with money flow this thick, you are looking for more downside. So like I said, with that swing failure pattern in the short-term time frames within the next couple of days, here you can see that you are starting to slowly come out on the money flow, but until you get that kind of continuation here, so you could look for this momentum wave to come back in, get your green dot in continuation. As long as money flow is coming back into the market, that would be a good sign. But for now, it's just about being patient and looking for that real swing failure pattern down below there.
Absolutely fantastic, man. Appreciate that. OC, you got HBAR up, right?
Absolutely. I do
Let's
have
get it.
HBAR right here. Pull it up. Let's get it. Let's see if now this thing behaves. Let me just change it for a little bit. Here we go. Let's take a look at the HBAR here. We see an uptrend playing out here. Also, I want to bring up the linear regression tool here, and we can see that we are into a range going up. All right, so this is healthy. We already have seen this pullback happening here. We are in a strong buy, so we are looking for possible entries for a long. All right, so we don't long the tops. We usually go along the retracement, but let's take a look at what else do I have in here, because this is going to be very, very kind of like obvious to say the least. Look at that. I'm just going to be throwing here my order blocks and also my predictive ranges. So look at that. We bounced from this order block also very close to our dynamic reactor, going up all the way to the blue line on the predictive ranges, and also at the bottom of this high order block. Very precise. So we're going back down to this stuff order block, and I believe that we could be just bouncing to this area for a little bit, and also using this linear regression, you can see that we are healthy, hovering above the center line of this range in here. So just to make sure that I'm on the right track, let me just turn on my support and resistance and see what do I get. For my support and resistances, I see basically the same thing. Basically, look at that, going perfectly up all the way to this resistance. Just to show you my resistance settings, I have it on local mode up to 5. And then also, of course, they are on whatever time frame I have here. And also I have a midterm up to 5. And that it goes for, again, the 4 hours. So I'm duplicating those ones here. So, so let's just leave it for it to load a little bit here. And we'll see that we're bouncing between those areas. My prime scoring is very strong. And let's just give it a look to my oscillator. So my oscillator is telling me that I am having that reversal. So I just need to be careful with that reversal playing out in here. So going down, as long as I'm not losing this area where is my confluence area, I'm still very bullish. So I'll be looking for as far as it can go, and then looking for my FOR, so flip of the ribbon, either there either here or either here, wherever my flip of the ribbon is, but I want the price action to be at support or at support or at support for jumping in for a possible long. If we see it losing this area, you already know that this is going to be the next one, and I'll be just going for a possible downside into for it's not a breakout, some of the retest, and off we go to the downside. But so far, pretty bullish.
Love the Mexican spaghetti, OC. It's beautiful. Love it. Yeah, pretty bullish indeed. Hey, Piper Academy just dropped down there. They dropped how to get into the giveaways. So go ahead and check that link out. And then also, it looks like most of our viewers in the poll said that they see $112,000 Bitcoin. So bullish alumni in here. And I'm pretty sure some of the Otter gang, which we have a lot of the same, we share communities, Alex, you and I. Man. So just... Yeah, the OGs are alumni, and the alumni are OGs. So
that's it, man. It's all love, man. It's all community, brother.
So, guys, a lot of the people right now looking at these charts, and you know, they're just very anxious. Like they missed out on some of these. They may have bought FOMO and now it's pulled back all of a sudden. I know one of our members in our Discord was talking last night about how do you deal with the FOMO. He wanted to get into some of those mining stocks, and I'm getting ready to actually show you on the chart some of the areas that you could look at getting in on those if you haven't yet. But psychology is the number one enemy. The emotions is the number one enemy of an investor or a trader. So tomorrow, Wednesday at it is going to be, I'm looking here at the timeline, 3:30 p.m. my time. So 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is our weekly Q&A for the members in our Discord. AlexO, I would love to send you an invite to come and talk about psychology. So that would be a big one.
Is that at 5:30? You said.
What's that, AlexO?
What time is that again? Tomorrow?
It'll be 5:30 p.m. your time, so right after your normal live stream.
Okay, it's a half an hour. I'll drop by, man, because psychology is so important, man.
It is. Like, it's very important. So I know that you know a lot about that too. You've dealt with that. Yeah. You've earned your lumps and all of your experiences. So yeah, we're going to talk about psychology in the members Q&A tomorrow, and I'd love to have you there. It's about a half an hour, and we're just going to talk about, you know, some ways that people can cope with the FOMO because it's real sometimes. And then we also had a question that came in from Roguelide. Let's check this out here. Let's get this question up here and see what it says. My son's yelling at me to read it. Hey, Piper, I asked to become a member, but had problems because the join button was not showing. So I did it on my computer and was there my way. My question is, do you give up trades and entries? Yes. We do. Matter of fact, today, OC and I will be looking at some charts and setting some trade setups in the group today. I didn't do any yesterday. I normally do some on Mondays, but I did not do any because I knew that we had inflation data coming out today and that TA goes out the window when fundamental economic news comes in. So I did not want to set you guys up to get wrecked. So yeah, be expecting some of those trade setups today for the members in the Discord. So let's get into the charts again and let's go take a look here. And then you guys, whatever you guys want to take a look at next, go ahead and grab it up. And I will be going into that. But right now, guys, CleanSpark did this. So here's the downside to owning mining stocks versus Bitcoin. You guys can see here that Bitcoin today down right now 2.19%. CleanSpark down 5% right now. MicroStrategy's down 5.5. TeraWolf down 6.7. Cypher down 11%. So yes, even when Bitcoin has a 4% move and these things have 15% move, there's a flip side to that coin. When Bitcoin has a 3% move, you get 10%. But at the end of the day, that's okay. It doesn't really. I just lost half my screens over here. Give me 1 second, guys. I got to figure out how to get that back. It does not mean that that it's not going to bounce back. It just gets a little ugly sometimes. So give me 1 second while I get this thing going again because I totally lost all of my stuff on that screen. It went black on me. I went black on ammo.
In the meantime, I wanted to share with you guys that yesterday during the classes, it was just a complete mess. Piper had a catastrophic failure. I had a catastrophic failure. Like yesterday, technology was it was just horrible. It's just me across the face over and over. So it's just one of those days yesterday. It was pretty funny, frustrating at that moment, but pretty funny after all. So yeah, sometimes that happens with technology, you know. And yeah, so Alex, what are you seeing on the markets? Do you have any investments outside crypto? Do you do something other than crypto?
Oh, absolutely, man. For me, like in Canada, so we have, I think it's similar to your Roth IRA, or we have a tax-free savings account here. So for me, in Canada, our best bets, like we have Shopify, which is like one of my biggest holdings, and that's one of my biggest holdings as well. But we also have, it's funny to say, but we have really good banks in Canada because it's it's hard to say that we have good banks, but it's also that we have five banks. So like the five banks, they're actually they have a lot of rules. Unlike I believe in the US, you know, there's very much like a sense that anybody can start a bank, and a lot of them go insolvent. Whereas in Canada, we have like these five banks that are basically monopolized the whole industry. But it is interesting how well they stand up. So we have like TD, which is in the US, and Royal Bank and stuff like that. I'm invested in a lot of energy as well. So energy and delivery. So I'm invested in Canadian National Railroad, and it's called Enbridge and
Piper,
Fortis. So it's a
we got
lot
you
of
back.
Yeah, I'm back. I'm good.
it's a lot of
Oh,
it's a lot of those kind of companies that are, you know, commodities that are going to be useful over time. And for me, hopefully Canada gets their act together with all their resources, because we are so resource rich, but yet we have so much laws preventing us from tapping into those. And I think that really needs to change for Canada to get its economy back on board. So overall, you know, I remain mostly, I'd say 60% of my portfolio is in crypto. And it's mostly Bitcoin and Ethereum. And then I do have that nest egg for my long-term portfolio in like a tax-free savings account and stuff like that. So I do
Nice.
diversify,
nice.
but I do believe in crypto long-term mostly.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat as you are. I am diversified, but crypto is the majority of my holdings. So, taking a look here on what I was looking here at before everything went haywire on me. Yeah, you will get those pullbacks. Like Stronghold right now, getting a pullback here. You see clean rejection off that 236. Cypher tried to get above that 382, came down, wicked perfectly to the 50 and the dynamic reactor. Guys, this is a bullish area to get into Cypher, in my opinion. Not financial advice. So there, keep an eye on that right there. But the clean spark that everyone was talking about, that I was talking about on X, that everyone else had pointed out, was back here on Tuesday last week. And so we were on a trend line. We had a nice trend line coming in. There it is, right there, printed. And we were breaking above this. And I said, guys, this is the point that I'm looking at getting in. If we break above this and we get support on the dynamic reactor, looking very bullish there. If we go in and take a look at what happened with that price action, and this was on the live stream, you can see we broke above. There's the retest on the dynamic reactor. And then to the upside it goes. Giving us that move all the way to the top here, which was, by the way, the golden pocket. That is going to be a move up there to that point. It was about 92, 93%, something like that. Right now, we have lost the golden pocket. I'm watching to see. You can see that we wicked below it, but right now we are holding that golden pocket with all of our might. It's holding in there hard. So I'm watching to see if that holds there. But again, dollar cost averaging, if you're looking for some of those points to get in on these and you were not able to, as one of our members was talking about yesterday, just watch for these support levels today when they come in. Like one of the ones I'm going to be watching here close, going to be right here between $13.25. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and throw a T-box on there. And we're going to put that right here in the range of that delta line down to the 50. That is going to be where I watch here today for a bounce on this. Let's go ahead and fill that in as green. We got a little support box down there for a zone of entry. And then let's go take a look at Marathon Digital today, getting a gnarly pullback out of that platinum pocket. That's going to be looking right here in this range of the golden pocket is where I would watch out on this one today. And then if it breaks that, you might want to do a little DCA action where you got a partial entry right in here at around $19 to $20 psychological number, and also that dynamic reactor coming in there. That's That's the true story of what you get when you play with these mining stocks. Yes, they get volatile movements of parabolic uptrend when Bitcoin moves up, but they get the downside also. But at the end of the day, as per all the research that I did and showed everybody last week on Friday, they outperform in the long run. And so that is what I'm into those for. So not financial advice,
That's
just
awesome.
my moves. And now you guys have a couple of entries there if you missed out on them. So yeah, what you got, Alex?
Oh, this morning, I did give a setup this morning because I didn't anticipate this rejection. So for me, I was looking at MATIC, because I think MATIC has a lot more room to the upside. Like that's just kind of what I'm looking at. It's been very suppressed and it has a lot of adoption. So for me, it's been quite the good narrative. In order, like, because I've been DCAing down at like 77 cents, 76 cents, all the way down to, it dropped to 72 cents recently. It's pretty wild, like how MATIC has been so kind of suppressed in comparison to a lot of others. And I do believe there's going to be a big ETH narrative coming out. Like we just seen Van Eck, I believe it was, saying they're going to enter the ETF space with Ethereum as well. So for me, there's a lot piling up here for the ETH narrative, for optimism, for Arbitrum, for all these, ETH coins, and even that what was it, 404, I believe it was, the 404 new NFTs or something that's come out.
Oh yeah. 404. Yep.
Pretty interesting as well. And like this morning, I gave a pretty banging entry for a MATIC long in the Discord, and that's played out well. It literally bounced off of that level. Like sometimes it's just like you're impressed with yourself. Like I know you've made some like insane calls, like that Caspa call. I always remember your Caspa call, right? And it's just like
5 cents.
it works, man. It just works, right? And like this morning too, like yeah, we got crashed on, but like I literally like 84.39 is where the entry I set up this morning for a MATIC long, and it's just like boing, no problem, right? Like this is what was shared this morning. I'm like, if it comes down here, and it's like it's so it just speaks to you. You got your point of control, you got your love. Like this is short-term trading, intraday trading that I do so much, right? You got your point of control, you got your golden pocket. It's just like you might as well just hand me the money, right? Like and by going through the ropes of doing this so many times, right? You get the entry and you can target the highs. However, I would pay myself and then let the rest ride, right? For me, it's so easy. And I see OC do it. I see you do it all the time. And like, this is why we're here, is like, we want to teach people how to do these things on their own, right? And by doing that, we can help people create that freedom, right? Like that's what it's all about. Like it's a community of wealth and knowledge. Like you always say, knowledge is profit. But it's like, how can I show these people what I do that has worked for me as a profitable trader in order to help them be profitable, and then they can go and help some others? Because I know from me, like serving other people is where I get the most like satisfaction in doing this every day, right?
Truth, bro. Matter of fact, it looks like we can help some other people here. It looks like we've got Mavia, Solana, Cartesi, CTSI, and IREN. So I'm going to do IREN because it's one of the mining stocks, and I'll take care of Caspa. If one of you guys want to grab Mavia, Solana, and Cartesi.
I got Solana, no problem.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and pull up your chart first and let you run with it. And then I'll start pulling up my Caspa and IREN. OC, which one you want to take?
Cartesi. What is the ticker spell?
For Mavia?
CRT? No, for Cartesi.
CTSI, bro.
So with Solana here, we can see that it has come back down to this point of control here on this range. So that's a good sign. I mean, when you get such an aggressive move up, you do expect it to at least, like we always talk about retesting these highs, right? Like that's the key. You get the massive breakout here, and then you come back and you retest the highs. However, we have had quite a significant dump. So instead of having something where it comes down and retests the highs like that, we've gotten an actual pretty aggressive move down, right? With this inflation news. So we've come back down to the point of control. Now we can see if we can get some sort of bottoming forming here and then some movement up. However, my significant levels on Solana for me is definitely this 107. Like I really want to see it hold this 107. And you can also see with your dynamic reactor, which is a godsend, man. This thing's a G, man.
It is a
It's
G.
coming up here as well, man. This thing's coming up here as well. So this 107, we really want to see that hold. You can see it was previous support here and previous resistance here. And just by looking at Solana this way, we can look for a reaction of price somewhere down here at 107. And then that we were like getting pretty happy yesterday how we flipped this 111 to support. However, such an aggressive move always calls for such a aggressive downtrend typically, right? So looking at the bigger picture here, like we are making higher lows and higher highs on Solana. Very good move. And even with the outage and all that kind of FUD, we can look for the continuation of a march back up right here and maybe attacking these highs that we made around 126, right? But we have created a good level of foundation you can see on this, and hopefully we can continue our price action upwards, right? You can see some sort of, I just saw this now, but you can see some sort of inverse head and shoulders here, kind of right there. So that's pretty cool looking, right? So that could break out, and if you want to take a target from there, I mean, I'm not much of a pattern trader, but this is how you do it, right? And you're looking to come back up to those highs. So there you go. The more confluence, the merrier, right? So keeps marching up. Yes, we got that big dump, but we look for this 107 to hold in the short-term time frames, and hopefully we can continue our march upwards.
Absolutely. OC, let's jump over, let you knock out yours, and then I'm going to jump into mine. We're going to get through all this TA request, and then we're going to wrap this thing up. So,
absolutely. Just so you guys know, I kind of like never learn the name of the asset. I only go for the ticker name. We've been looking at this one. In fact, we have two positions in here. This is from the chart primes classes. Basically, we went and shorted this one would have a position because our possible stop loss was very high up. So just to cut up on the risk, we entered would have a position. Nonetheless, I was looking for a little bit of a bounce. That was my next opportunity to re-enter. I just did not re-enter in that one. Ended up closing it here. Why? Because look at that. We were expecting a possible entry if a rebound through the 0 line. What happened? It actually did. When did it did it? Let me show you right here. Through this, here we go. One candle before. So basically today. Did I take this long? Sadly, no, I didn't. Why? Because I did not set my alarm. That was a mistake on me. I was looking forward to enter on this one. Nonetheless, that was pretty cool with that short. So where is it going to right now? It seems that we do have a ton of movement to the upside. We do have momentum. We are above the dynamic reactor. We are breaking to the 0 line. Will I just go in here? No, absolutely not. Because that for me, this is such a big candle that for me, I am considering this one to be a chasing after price. Where was I expecting that entry? All the way down there. Nonetheless, it moved already. So what is it up next and what can I do? Well, what I will be doing is just waiting. Why would I be waiting? And I'm going to move this out of the way. I'll be waiting because right here, I have my next resistance. This line, it is my prime ranges on Market Oracle. Let me also take a look at what else do I have on hand. And also, just so you know, I have right here and another alarm set at 0.32. Why? Because that is that could be forming a double top. And what would I be expecting a double top? If I go to daily, you see that right there, this is exactly what I'm looking for. Why? Because it is a pattern that usually repeats over and over and over. All right, so we already have a reversal. That reversal play out. We're going higher on this area, so I'll be looking for a possible double top on that zone. So far playing out very, very nicely. Let's just wrap it up with something else in here. Let me see if I can get TradingView to load. Here we go. We have right now a predictive range right here, and we're crossing a soft order block. Remember, soft order blocks are easily breakable. Hard order blocks are harder to break, and loud order blocks, they are the hardest to break on chart prime. So what is going to be next? If I can make it past this area, the next point for me will be a previous high, and then if I can make it through, then I will be looking for a possible support. If I nail on this support, this is going to be my target. 0.34. If I don't hold here,
nice.
I'm going to be looking for my dynamic reactor to hold it. So yeah, passing it over to you guys.
All right. I'm going to jump in, knock out IREN real fast, and knock out CASPA. Okay.
Let's see it.
All right. So looking at IREN here, this is Iris Energy. It's a mining stock requested by one of the viewers here. And so let's go ahead and take a look at what we're seeing here. Let me get into my drawing tool. There we go. We did wick up. I took this pull of the fib from the top here to the bottom, and we did wick up and reject perfectly on that 0.66 golden pocket. We have lost the 50%. And I tell you guys all the time, anything below the 50% fib, if you reject below it and you don't find support on it, then it's bearish. We're in a bearish stance. You can see the wick came down to the 382 here, and it does look like we do have a downside movement here, but we are about to hit that cloud split, and a lot of times you'll see that ribbon play in there for momentum. If we cannot get above this 50 though, I'm going to be watching here based on where chart prime's coming in at, that the 382 not going to be super strong in comparison to the rejection off of that 50. So what I'm going to be watching is if it comes down and it breaks that level, that we get down here to the 236 right in line with that dynamic reactor, and that would be where I would watch for that entry at, coming in at about $5.10, if you will, on IREN, and that would be Iris Energy's look for the day for an entry point. Let's go in and do Casper real fast, and then we'll let AlexO finish out the TA before we talk it out, put out some announcements and stuff. We got a lot of community stuff going on today, and to include tonight, Billy Goat Tells. So we're going to talk about that in a second. Looking here, guys, I put in the second target. This was a trade call last week when we were down here breaking, getting support on the trade band. There's your two gold lines for the trade bands right there, the predictive ranges from Chart Prime. I put in that call and said, take profit 1, watch for that resistance on the phase 6 golden pocket. Your closeout and your take profit 2 going to be up here at the phase 7 golden pocket, coming in at 14.5 cents. And man, was that just crushing resistance there for a couple of days of rejection. I am watching right now for this to come back to the trend assistant, your delta median, and this phase 6 again. This former resistance line that I put as a take profit that played out pretty darn good there. That would be where I would look for another entry, coming in at about 12.8 cents on CASPA. So there's the move on that. Things are getting healthier again on it right now. This pull back and cool off, very healthy for the market. So yeah, 12.8 cents is what I would look at for CASPA. So Alex, are you ready, bro? It's you. You get the final TA of the day, bro.
I'm born ready. Did you say 12.8 cents on CASPA?
I did, bro.
Look at this. I mean, I love CASPA too, man. And I was buying down here quite aggressively, and I got the same level, man. It's great when it all
two different angles, two different.
That's the way, man. That's the
Alex
way.
and I pulling up all angles over here.
Exactly. But friends, I mean, don't sleep on the Ethereum narrative. Okay, don't sleep on the meme coin narrative. There's a lot of things going on right now, and it's a great time. We are early. I mean, if you look up on Google Trends and how crypto and Bitcoin is trending, it's not retail, guys, and that's the thing. It's crazy to think it's not retail, and it's been this institutional adoption, right? So with Bitcoin, we continue to DCA, we continue to be patient, right? We could get that, that scare off, that narrative, right? Fear and greed is at 79 right now, guys. 79.
Yeah, it's insane.
That's insane. Okay, that's insane. They need to scare and shake us out. Remember, managing those emotions. Join us at Piper Academy tomorrow, 5:30. We'll be talking about that psychology. It's so important, guys. And don't FOMO, right? Don't FOMO. If you don't feel nervous trading, or you feel over nervous trading, my thing is always check where your margin's at. What are you using? Are you a little bit scared, or you're like really scared to lose a little bit of money, right? So you got to check those things and keep that all intact. But overall, we're early. We're still doing it. We're going to continue to try and guide you guys and hopefully help you guys. And being part of this community is so important. So keep your head up, keep pushing forward, and use a stop loss as Piper
use a stop loss. That's right. Hey guys, a shout out to Investing Bros today. Jenna X, my wingman, Jenna X is going to be over there today on their show, so don't miss that. Just want to, I don't have a thing for it, but I wanted to talk about that. And then also tomorrow, guys, right here on Piper Academy, going to have special guest Joe from Trade Intuition going to be coming on talking about a little bit of journaling and trade setup, stuff like that. So we got him. And then Friday, guys, Crypto Millie, special guest in the house, bringing some gems to the table for us to take a look at and talk about. So we're going to have two special guests this week. Not Alex Otter gang special, but special guest nonetheless. And then tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Billy Goat Tales is going to be taking place, Chapter 13, Good to Great. Set your reminder today. So we'll see you over there on Billy Goat Tales with Crypto Billy in the bio mix. So
that's going to be great.
That is what we got. Let's jump out here, talk it out with the people. So overall, right now, the market's getting some pullbacks, but in my opinion, healthy pullbacks, things that needed to happen. This economic data that came out definitely gave a little bit of cool off to all of our oscillators and our RSIs and the stochastics and everything else, giving it that cool off that it needed. So what's your guys' sentiment right now? Let's talk this out with the people. What's your sentiment right now with the markets and where we're heading right now?
Go ahead, OC.
Oh, well, thank you for that. So for me, I'm bullish. I'm very, very bullish. That doesn't mean that I'm going to just be buying everything or at any point. I feel confident where my entries are, and also just looking for those retracements that will enable me to reposition myself and do a better job of that. But nonetheless, my sentiment is it's very confident, it's bullish, and till now, I don't see any major things to worry about.
Okay, good.
That makes sense to me.
Alex, what you got, bro?
I'm very cautiously optimistic right now. For me, I tend to lean. I'm more of the bearish variety, but right now it's like this crazy pump. I mean, just like on the 5th of February, we were all thinking we were going to go lower, right? And we were all going to go to that 35,000 and stuff like that. And then we get this massive. Yes. So look at the swings and the emotions. Look at the mindset. Remember, we want to be contrarian to what everybody is thinking, right? And right now, everybody is, look at the fear and greed, right? So everybody is super bullish. So it's, for me, it's like, I'm going to be bullish as hell, but I'm also going to be prepared for downside, so I'm not like, oh my god, I got to sell my bags and blah 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 blah. It's that whole hold on for dear life, but also be prepared, right?
I believe
we
I
always
actually
need to prepare.
I believe I actually saw in an article yesterday that fear and greed has not been this high since the $69,000 all-time high. So there you go, guys. That's what we got today for you guys. Any advice to the people, to the alumni on the way out, or any closeouts that you guys want to say?
Absolutely. Yesterday, I gave the heads up on RVSN. Basically play out beautifully. Just a heads up, guys, that I'm going to be closing that trade possibly in the next 4 hours. If you jumped on that one, congratulations. And that was basically it. Just have a great rest of the day and turning it back to you guys.
AlexO?
Yeah, I'm just very grateful for you guys. You guys are great friends. You guys are honest. You guys are the type of people that I like to surround myself with and bring my community to, and it's an honor and a privilege to have good friends in this space because, we want drama-free content, trauma-free, however you say it, man. But it's
drama-free content, trauma-free investing. Yes.
That's the one, right? We want that for, especially if I'm out here telling my guys to come and check out these people, we want to make sure that we're bringing them the best and bringing them good people as well, right? So thank you guys for having me on. I appreciate it, brother.
We appreciate you, man. Your family. Hey, guys, don't forget to check out the links below. AlexO is down there along with all of the other partner channels that we support around here in the alumni and the academy. Also, check out Decrypted Tax right there. Our tax professional, get a free consultation and 25% off. He's a tax attorney and an accountant, so he knows his stuff. And then, of course, delicious, legendary aviation coffee, starting my day every morning, fueling the brain, the fuel the charts. So check out everything down there, and we will, let's go ahead and just get this outro going, guys. Thanks for joining us today on Piper Academy. We appreciate you guys here. We'll be back tomorrow morning right here on Piper Academy, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, bringing you guys the news, the charts, the markets, and everything you need to have knowledge, because knowledge is profit. We'll catch you guys tomorrow. Until then, trade safe. And as always, can you please, for God's sake, use a stop loss?
I don't know what they keep telling me. I don't know what they keep telling me. Ain't no school like Piper Academy. Ain't no school like Piper Academy. We'll keep that front line covered, even when we're dead and gone. We'll find a way to keep going, cause we gon' keep on rolling after the wheels fall low.
I know you hungry for knowledge, that's profit appetite. Classes in session, this for the Army Piper acolytes. Trade flag at the soul, train ready. What a line from OCI, form a Mexican spaghetti. Yo, crunch crypto with a deep dive to reject dime. And if you like the visual powered by Car Prime, then you will part of that alumni, that's all spine. But if you have step, fall back to offline.
We'll keep that front line covered, even when we're dead and gone. We'll find a way to keep going, cause we gon' keep on rolling after the wheels fall low.
Sound off.
To get rhythm, the ZTS rhythm. Rip it, Alexandra.
Yeah, that's my alumni, you know what I mean?
That was awesome, dude.